Hello everyone, and welcome back for another video of Master Command. Today we're going to be playing as the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and we're going to be playing as the Commonwealth Army. This is one of the new DLC nations, of course. I'm excited to be trying them out. They've got a really interesting mechanic where they need to rely on support from the same, which is like my understanding is it's like a legislative body that controls the Polish government, or that I guess is the Polish government, Polish-Lithuanian government, forgive me. Anyway, let's go ahead and get loaded in, and I'm excited to take a look at the units here and see what they do. I was looking a little bit beforehand at the Polish Musketeers and the Lithuanian Musketeers, and they're interesting because the Polish have more morale, they have a larger unit size, they have pretty poor accuracy, decent reload, um, charge is kind of low, melee's kind of high, stamina I think is okay, and movement speed is on the slow side. And then you look at the Lithuanians. The Lithuanians are kind of more like an average size unit at 1200. Um, their shooting stats are more well-rounded, particularly the accuracy at 25, reloads 20, which is okay but not great. They have fairly decent charge at 25, not great melee, and then they have good stamina, and a moderately fast movement speed. So they're kind of interesting. I was kind of thinking beforehand, like, I feel like they don't really fit into like standard cookie cutter roles, because usually you'd have one that, oh, it's really good at shooting and it has good reload but it's bad melee, and the other one's like, oh, it has good melee and good charge but its shooting stats aren't good. And here it's like we've got the reload here and the melee here, and then we've got the accuracy here and the charge here, but they're missing out a little bit on the reload, definitely missing out on the melee. It's really interesting. I kind of don't know what to make of it. Anyway, without further ado, let us get going. We're gonna play on Marshal. Um, just to show you guys, here is one of the new difficulty modifiers, reinforced HQs. It just says headquarters battles are more challenging. So I th I think it means that each act will have another HQ battle. I don't know if that's the case, but um, maybe not. Maybe that's only in Act 3. Maybe like Acts 1 and 2, it's just more units or higher quality units. I don't know. We'll see. And then corrupt commissars. Uh this is not a new difficulty modifier. However, uh there was another there was another difficulty modifier and it got looped into this one. So now this one increases all settlement costs, whereas before I think it was just like resource and item costs at settlements, and then the other difficulty modifier was increasing the cost of officers and units, I believe. But now it's just everything in the settlement 25% more expensive. Okay. So yeah, that looks all good. There was one thing I wanted to look at, which is the coalition armies. We're going to turn off historical enemies, and we're going to allow for coalition armies, just so that there's going to be like a bunch of different units that we can end up fighting. I think that's going to be more interesting. And yes, we need to turn on Iron Man mode. Okay, with that done, let's get moving. Yep, we can call this Poland, Lithuania. Sure. Okay. So because I don't have any of the... Oh, interesting. Hungarian infantry as a light infantry unit. That's gonna mess with my head, because I'm gonna be thinking, oh, Hungarians, they're gonna be really good in melee. Which, I mean, these guys are. They actually are fairly good in melee for light infantry, but that's not gonna be their main purpose. Oh, this is interesting. Anyway, what I was saying was that since I don't have any of the DLC, no, sorry, not the DLC, any of the regiments unlocked, we don't have access to any of the special units. We just have access to like normal units that have a little bit of veterancy on them. I kind of like enlistment officers, because this is going to make units cheaper, which is good for us. It's also going to make officers cheaper, which means that I could if we go to a settlement where officers are already a little bit cheaper than normal, this is going to make them even cheaper, and we can stack the same with officers and build up a lot of support. So that's pretty cool. I might just go with that. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to be fighting for Courland. I think that's how you pronounce that. I don't know. Usually I like getting like battle buff doctrines, but I think this will help out. Okay, so here's our army. Let's see what our officer gives us. Glory seeking, veterancy gain and charge, and then over here we get morale damage received decrease but fire damage up. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and outfit our guy. Actually, before we do that, let's take a look at the tree here. This is really interesting. Let's look at the Lithuanian Grenadiers. Okay, they've got pretty decent accuracy, really high charge, only 1,000 men. And then the veteran musketeers, 30 accuracy, 25 reload, 30 charge. So they're like a pretty decent musketeer unit, but kind of have a high charge for like a shooting unit. And then over here, the Polish veteran musketeers, really high reload, okay accuracy, fairly good melee. Polish Grenadiers, 1,200, and they've got respectable melee stats. So if you are going to go heavy infantry, although 40 charge is really good, this is only 1,000 men. Over here you got 1,200 men, you got more balanced like melee charge stats. Stamina isn't amazing, stamina is pretty low, but I think this is probably... The Polish Grenadiers are probably your better melee unit. Let's go ahead and compare the Lithuanian field artillery. Okay, so here's something interesting. Usually you would have 6 artillery units. They only get 5. They've got 30 accuracy, 15 reload. So I feel like their accuracy isn't... I mean, not the accuracy, but like the artillery isn't even particularly good. Let's look at the Polish. Polish have your standard 150. Or 6 guns in the field artillery. Kind of low accuracy, not even like great reload. So it seems like their artillery is kind of middling. Let's look at the dragoons. Pretty good accuracy, pretty good charge, especially for a dragoon unit. And then over here, the Polish dragoons, better at reload, better at melee. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So I think generally you're going to want the Lithuanians for line infantry. And then you're going to want the Polish for your heavy, like, melee infantry. I'm not super into dragoons, so I'll probably pass on the dragoons. I also don't know if these are the only artillery units that they get, but I don't... I'm not super impressed by the artillery. Probably what I would do is go for the Polish artillery and then just give them like canister or something to increase their accuracy. Anyway, we'll figure out what we're doing as we go. For now, let's give you the limber chest. Let's give you the grape shot. Let's improve your reload. Let's give our Commonwealth guys the spontoons. Let's give our Lithuanians the large cartridge box. Stamina recovery and charge. Do I give you better charge? And let's actually switch these weapons. Because the Soul gives better melee stats. The Pocztowi, it's not as accurate as the Soul, but it does reload faster. And you would theoretically be burning through more ammunition, so we'll do that. And then for the Wild Geese veteran, let's go ahead and throw that on to our Polish musketeers. Okay, and then let's go ahead. War is upon us. Yep. Check out the supply cache. Is there anything here that we really need? Maybe provisions? Maybe ammunition? Maybe reservists? We are kind of low on reservists. We'll have to replace our losses. Let's go ahead and do the reservists, I think. We're up against the Saxa, so their infantry is more effective. Fortunately, they are HRE, so they are kind of ineffective. Cool. All right, let's get to it. All right, we are deployed and moving into position. So I'm gonna have my artillery up here on the hill, taking advantage of the high ground. They should advance towards us. They are likely to be aggressive, but we will go ahead and try to catch them in the river, either in the river or in the marshland. Either of those are good for us. I'm sending our Polish musketeers over here. Commonwealth will be nearby, maybe. Actually, why don't we do this? Why don't we try to get the Commonwealth guys a little further up? Let's go ahead and you guys can unlimber. And then let's take a shot at the land millets. Okay, not terrible. And then switch over to grape shot. Let's get our Lithuanians set up here. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit. You guys hold your fire for now. Go ahead and get set up here. And then we'll get the Polish set up. I went ahead and took off their bayonets. If the cavalry starts to look aggressive, then I will re-equip bayonets. Okay, let's go ahead, get into position with our Polish musketeers. And we'll see what they do here. Maybe I'll even move our artillery up a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and open fire. See how much ammunition this drains. We're at 96%. Takes us to 80. I think we only got like 60 kills. I feel like that wasn't amazing. Here, let's put you guys over here. I'm gonna switch you guys to round shot. That's a fairly decent volley. Cavalry is maybe a little aggressive there. Let's put our bayonets on. Bayonets on here too. Let's take a shot at that cavalry. Don't want to Don't want to stand in that marsh. Kind of my problem here. Okay, never mind the cavalry. Shoot at those recruits. I also might just like switch them back to grape shot and then just move them over here. Let's go ahead and move up. Get our general up here. Shoot them. They should lose a lot of stamina trying to get across the river. I think they should get exhausted here soon. And I'm kind of worried that they're racking up kills so quickly. That is a little bothersome. Okay, you... Let's go ahead. And move you over here. Our Polish musketeers are gonna run out of ammunition soonish. Guys will break here in a second. And then... yeah, you guys come back. Let's let the Lithuanians come over here. And let's see if we can't shoot them. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say shoot them before they recover their morale, but they recover their morale very, very quickly. Maybe we put bayonets on here and we just charge into these guys in the flank. Hold your fire for a minute. Then they should break once they get into melee. Yep. Maybe I will move you guys up and see if we can get a shot on the provincial cavalry. Meanwhile, I'm going to reposition our field artillery here. Anyone can take a shot, do it. Okay, we tried. And then let's get the Lithuanians ready. I don't know why they're winded exactly. Maybe it's from the marshland. And let's go ahead and charge in. Kind of want to pull our Polish musketeers out since they have the officer. I don't want them getting. I don't want the officer getting killed. Okay. Definitely a little bit bloodier than I would have liked, but got the job done. And we kind of have funky units, so nice. We got a good amount of same support there. Let's go ahead. We can replace almost all of our losses, so I'm not going to worry about conscription. I think I'll probably go with the... I'll probably go with the money for right now. Money and ammunition. And we got a fair amount of loot, so that's good. And... let's give you guys the blanket rolls. Let's give the Lithuanians the tea. Actually, here, let's give you that. And then... we can give you guys wooden stakes. Actually, I'll give it to you. Okay. And then let's go ahead and look at the same. I didn't even... there we go. Like, I don't even know how to open the same menu. So we can present war trophies, which will sacrifice the loot down here, like specifically the loot gained from battles, not like the horses. We can bribe them with $100. We can embed officers that give 5% support. And then the army reforms are we can open a second brigade once we get to 60. We can gain a bunch of reservists. That's cool. Reform costs goes down. Increase the general's unit size and gain horses. Okay, interesting. Well, this is definitely what we want first. We want to get the second brigade as soon as possible. Okay, so we want to secure 4 encampments. Get our field artillery. So there's an encampment here, another one here, and a 4th one here. So we can do that pretty easily. Convoys, 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4. Okay. Gonna be a little bit more difficult to get to the convoys because some of them are like way off. Suffer 1% attrition. That stinks. Dang. Okay. So convoys, I can get to 4 of them relatively easily. And then these 2 are out of the way. Oh, as is this one. think maybe it makes the most sense to get this convoy. Or do I want to get this one? So I come over here, boop, boop, and then come like this. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. In any case, let's go ahead. Let's come check out this encampment. There's a patrol. We are not quite replenished yet. I kind of don't want to fight yet. Let's go ahead and run away for a minute. Try to get our replenishment up. Let's get to the road. Come over here. Zoom along for a little bit. Come check out this slum. I don't have that many provisions to sell off. Let's go ahead and do this one. Maybe I can... Okay, I was gonna see if I could run for like another day, but... Okay, so their flanking fire does more damage, their range is lower, their move speed is higher. And we need to knock out that Highland foot. Okay, then let's get to it. Okay, we're back, we're loaded in, we are moving everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our artillery up here on the hill. I'm going to let them shoot up here for a little bit with round shot. And then we're going to draw them in, ideally the Highland foot. And then I'll switch over to grape shot, wheel the artillery in a little bit closer, and try to knock out that Highland foot. So let's go ahead and put the Lithuanians here. We'll put our Commonwealth over here on the flank. Polish will take up position here in these trees for now. We'll give them at least some cover. You guys move forward a little bit. Move up to like the edge of the hill. And then let's unlimber here. And let's try to hit that Highland foot. Okay, looks like we did hit them just a tiny bit. We got 20 kills. They lost 21 men. I don't know how that happens. Maybe I turn you guys a bit more like this. Then we've got a nice little window here where we can eventually switch the artillery over to grape shot and wheel them up. Although I don't want the window to be too big. I want it to be enticing for them to try to walk through and hit the artillery. Yeah, let's get you guys spread out. And then let's switch to grape shot. Hold your fire for a minute. Gonna let them getting closer. You guys hold your fire too for now. Okay, let's go ahead and fire now. And let's take a shot and see what happens. 67. I guess some of them can't actually shoot because of the guys being in the way. I'm gonna wheel them up. Let's focus fire on this unit since they're kind of close. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's try to hit them from here. How we doing? I think we're doing pretty well with the Highland Foot. I think we'll be able to knock them out. I might move the general over here to run them down when they rout, just to make sure that they don't come back. Oh, this one cannon still can't fire. Okay, let's move up a little bit more. Okay, nice. And then pretty soon here, they should start to break. Rest of the line's doing fine for now. I think on this next salvo, we should see them breaking. Yep. And looks like they won't even recover, so that's good. Let's wheel the artillery over here then. Oh, they're actually getting kind of close, which I don't like. Let's countercharge, since we aren't braced anyway. And we'll just bring the artillery over here. So let's set up the artillery over here to help out. We're wiping out the redcoats little by little. Go ahead and speed this up. I forgot to put bayonets on these guys. Oops. Let's definitely make sure that they don't come back. Yeah. Okay, I think we've done enough damage to where it's fine. They should not return from that. And let's go ahead and try to put the artillery over here. With recruits are doing well. Good job, guys. Let's get our general over here helping them. Don't shoot. Put on your bayonets. I'm gonna bring you guys around. You don't need your bayonets. Let's get on the road. And then let's turn. And I might actually just let the artillery break them. and bring our Polish musketeers over here to fight these guys. I'm also assuming our artillery will be able to break them. Perfect. Here, why don't you guys just hold fire for now? Let's wheel you into a better position here. You guys hold your fire. I'm up right behind the artillery. You guys need to throw your bayonets on. And let's go ahead and charge in. Nice, we have a full charge bar. Now we just need to make contact. Awesome, I think that went pretty well. Maybe we get you guys formed up too. Throw on a bayonet. Yeah, these guys are losing men pretty quickly. We've got fairly good melee. They don't. Alrighty. Okay, buckshot, very cool. What do we want to do this time? We are kind of low on provisions. We're also very low on manpower. Definitely need to replenish that. Okay, we can also increase our power with the same. That's good. Let's go ahead and go with the veterancy and the provisions. Looks like our Commonwealth recruits can upgrade, and I think for now I'll turn them into Lithuanians, because I think what I want to do is like maybe have like a Polish brigade, have like a Lithuanian brigade, cavalry brigade, and artillery brigade, and then something else. This is kind of interesting. The aura around Relentless makes it seem like it's really good, but it doesn't give as good a stat as Zealous, which is this one's plus 15 charge, this one's plus 10. I wonder if that's like a little bit of a mistake. Because I always interpret this like gold haze as like this is like a very good trait, like the top tier trait. And then like a silver one is like a mid-tier trait, and then just nothing at all is like that's like a common trait. Nothing special about it. Gosh, what do I want to do with this officer? What do you have again? You've got plus to charge, reduce morale damage, increase fire damage received. So really, you should probably be like a charging officer or a melee officer. Which is really unfortunate because it's not the units that we're building at the moment, but we'll solve that here soon. I'm gonna go ahead and give you Zealous for the extra charge. And we're gonna go ahead and open up our second brigade. Oh, interesting. So you can add on another cannon, but your combat effectiveness goes down. Oh, okay. What we're really going to need to do is we're going to need to expand our party power. Although I don't think we can do that because it looks like these reforms change whenever you pick an option. So I can't empower the army at the moment. Or not the army, I'm sorry. Empower our party. Okay, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. I did want to come down here and do this encampment, but we're like so far off that I kind of don't want to like come down and then come back up. So maybe we'll just go over here instead. And we can hit up this encampment, this encampment. And then do like boom boom. And then for convoys, what did we say we were going to do? Were we going to come down here? Come down here, get this one, and then come up here. Come over here like this. I think so. I feel like these other convoys are fairly out of the way. I mean, so is this one, but... oh well. Nice. New officer. He's tier 1. He gives a charge bonus. Okay, not ideal, not what we were looking for. I want to get a shooting officer. Doesn't look like any of these cities give cheap officers, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't look that way at all. Okay. Also, how big is this army? 16,000? That seems really large. Ooh. Okay. Let's buy up a little bit of manpower. Do that. We're also going to need some ammunition, but we also need some new units. So there's a bunch of Magnate guys here. These guys, okay, so these will turn into Magnate militia. That's fairly decent, but it's got a really small unit size. Polish Janissaries, really high charge, really small unit. Hungarian infantry. These are fairly good for like a recruit tier unit. Oh. Oh, here's the new musket. Average specifications, no specialty. So I guess it's just like an all-arounder musket. Geez, what do I want to do here? Do I want to get the cheap Commonwealth recruit? Well, we can sell some things, and then I could get two. I could get a Lithuanian and a Commonwealth recruit. And there's also these skirmishers. Okay. Let's see what we can sell here. I definitely want to sell that off. That's worth a lot of money. Probably sell this silver gorget as well. I'm also kind of tempted to just give up this officer, since I don't really want another melee focused officer at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I am really tempted to just implant him in the same or whatever. Let's go ahead and take Commonwealth Recruit as well as this Lithuanian militia. What if I keep you over here and put you over here? Okay. And let's give you the half gators so you can get around a little bit quicker. I'll give you this tea, I'll give you the coffee. And then who wants the buckshot? Maybe I just give it to these guys. Okay. And then let's go ahead, come in here, and let's embed a loyalist officer. So we need to put him into our reserve and then do this. And we should get 10 support. Cool. Yeah, and I can't do this until I'm expand our party power. Which kind of stinks. Okay, it's fine. Might sell off the Hanoverian horse since we don't have any cavalry at the moment. I do know we'll get artillery later, so I'll save that, and then I'll save this in case we run across like a good event. Let's buy up some ammunition. We're good there. Is there any cheap manpower nearby? Not really. And I want to get manpower before we visit that outpost. Let's do one thing of manpower, and let's save the rest of our money for encounters. Save our manpower, save our ammunition, everything else for encounters. And let's go ahead and check out this outpost real quick. Oh, nice. Let's go ahead and take the food. I don't know how long we're going to be out in the wilderness, so let's do food. And then let's come down here. Check this encampment. Oh. I don't love giving up 4 days, but I do like the likely chance of success. I'm actually going to switch you for the Jönköping, because that has better stats. And then the Sul will hand off to... We'll give it to you. Oh, and a heavy bayonet. Sure, take that too. Take that. Nice. Let's go ahead and keep exploring down here. Somehow we're at N. Food consumption. Good grief. I don't want to use a bunch of days getting 60 dollars, so let's just do the loot option. Cool, we didn't take any attrition. Just take that for now. Shoot, man. Here, we'll take that and give it to you. Actually, with the buckshot, I'm not sure if that really makes sense. Give it to you. And we are running through food fairly rapidly. Let's go ahead and switch to foraging. We're down to 3 food consumption, but we're moving very slowly. So we'll come check this encampment. Oh gosh. Okay, we can't afford to give it the food. Let's just abandon them. We didn't get punished. We'll come check this convoy. I kind of don't want to spend any money, so let's just take everything. Man, we just keep getting a bunch of rations. Okay, let's get back on the road. Let's just come see what there is here real quick. Polish Vanguard Cavalry, that's cool. I definitely want... Wow, look at that. 50 charge, 40 melee. That is so sick. .45 charge, 20 melee. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, yeah, I really want to go down this cavalry line. What's the... I don't know how to say that. I'm not gonna pretend I know how to say that. That's awesome. I definitely want this cavalry. This looks really awesome compared to the dragoons. Sorry, dragoons. $800. I need to find like a cheap cavalry town. Are there any of those? No, doesn't look like it. What is this, heat wave? Replenishment speed down? Okay. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and end here. I kind of got a late start on this video, so this might end up being a little bit short, but we did get 2 battles in. We got to take a peek at the unit trees here. We got to take a peek at the Magnate unit tree, as well as the very cool like hussar tree. So we did get to see all the trees. That's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and end it here. Thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate you guys watching this video. As always, if you're enjoying the content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.